When I first arrived in Madagascar, it was probably a couple of years ago already. I would say 11 or 12 years ago. Every time I go there, I just love seeing different types of lemurs. You even get these chameleons that's the size of my top of my arm. So I definitely love seeing that as well, the different animals. And the people also, you kind of sense like it will be like somewhere in Africa. But actually, when you get there, it's people from Indonesia, people from some parts of Africa. There's so many different cultures. So it's a step back in time. It almost feels like what the world was 40 or 50 years ago. It's very simple, very basic, and that's what makes it so unique. Madagascar's got incredible different landscapes. It's such a big island. And when I traveled on my trip last time, we went to the different reserves. And like I said, it feels like you're exploring some of the places for the first time. The infrastructure is not so touristy. So for instance, we went to one of the parks where we saw the Tsingy, and you do this little climbing exercise through the different rocks, which is quite active, and I really enjoy that. And then we went into one of these caves. You, you walk through these little steps down to, they've got two big caves there. And then you walk into the cave, and it really feels like, for me, it's the first time I've explored this cave, because I didn't see any other tourists there. We were the only people going down into this cave. And we had to take our own torchlight to go through the cave, and it goes quite deep into these little caves, and then you see these little rock formations that's formed, and that for me was incredible, because you have to use your torchlight to get through these little caves with your guide that goes with you. And for me, that was just incredible, because if you go through other parts in the world, it will be so commercialized, where there will be lights everywhere, and there'll be interest fee you have to pay, and there will be local guides there, and there'll be thousands of tourists going with you, where you're on your own with your guide or with the clients that you're with, and it feels like you're exploring this cave for the first time. It was so beautiful to see that. We've got this brand new tour that we launched now for 2027. So this really explores some of the best places in Madagascar. We go to Andasibe National Park, where you can see the Indri, which is the biggest lemur in Madagascar. So we go to this beautiful rainforest. Early in the morning, you get there and you will hear these lemurs. All gets louder and louder as you get close to them. So for me, that is a highlight from this tour, is to be at Andasibe National Park, to see the Indri, and a lot of documentaries, like David Attenborough has done documentaries, and there's a lot of videos you can see before you travel to get excited about your trip. Then we go to the northern section of Madagascar, and what's unique about this area, the infrastructure is actually much better. The road systems that just redone last year, so it's a much easier tour to do as well. The driving distances is not that long, so if you have older clients or older people looking to travel, the northern section also is really, really great, because you don't have to travel that far between different villages. When you go to Ankarana National Park, they've got these rock formations, which they called it the Tsingy, and it's quite unique and different. It almost feels like you're on a parts of the moon with this rocky area. So we go to this national park, and you would walk there for the whole day, and there's also lemurs in this park. So it's like this forest that you go through, and then on the left-hand side of the forest is this big rocky area. And so this tour is quite unique, where you can see the Tsingy and you can see the lemurs as well in the northern section. And then when you end off, you go to Nosy Be, which is your island destination in Madagascar. And there's all these little islands around Nosy Be that you can explore on this tour as well. And it's just amazing opportunities to do snorkeling as well. You can see lemurs on these little islands as well, and it's just nice to relax on a beautiful beach and explore different areas at the end of your trip. Our itineraries is like 2 weeks long, so we can travel to get to certain places, and the more you travel, the further you go away from the main city, the more rare it is to get certain sightings. And once you get to the beaches, there might just be a local fisherman or a local village close by. But when you snorkel, it feels like you're the only tourist in that area. So that's why I really like that rustic destination, and it feels like you're exploring it for the first time.